enjoy Siberian residency. You will never be needed or sniff and put to this pitch. The chill just wants you to chill. That was a big time performance. Obviously, in the previous game, he just came in and led the trade, had his full stance, and he put forth a performance that said he's now the full confirmed left back now. But finally, Chelsea have a left back, somebody who knows and how to understand and play a flipping position and put some respect in Zouma's name. Best performance so far this season. First of all, dodgy. Second half was the best performance this season. And not a Mason Mount in sight.
Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H.
Guys, look, man, with your boy here, Havertz, trying to exist. One, guys, remember, hit that like button and remember to subscribe. Hit the like button, remember to subscribe. Subscribe to the Home of Football Analysis. It's very easy. Just hit that sub button. Road to 23, road to 23. Hit that sub, hit that sub, hit that sub, hit that sub button. The first half was dodgy. Let's be real. That first half was dodgy. It wasn't great, and I feared the worst. I feared the worst because I was like, okay, where are the chances being created? Where are the openings? Where are the shots on targets? What's happening? It's also passing around. Nothing. It says popping off. Werner wasn't popping off. Shaw wasn't popping off. Nothing was popping off. And my fear was, you see, this is what happens when you keep changing formation to formation to formation to formation. But it so went. So as I look, man, Lampard he made a big decision because I thought, look, bring on Pulisic, put Werner as striker. But Lampard's like, look, let's just see how this team goes. Get another 10-15 minutes, and then let's just see how they then ride. Second half, they picked off. They was sharper. The passing was sharper, much more imaginative, and there was much more incisiveness and movement. And the first G just came from Hudson-Odoi. He was hustling, made a nice, clever inside pass to, because he could have gone on the outside. He made a nice, beautiful, decisive pass to your boy, Azpilicueta. Ball got put in there. And I think, you see, this is the thing about it. Let's say Alonso did what Chilwell did. That is literally all Alonso will do for the whole match. That's it. Just score that goal. But not only did Chilwell score that goal, and I think it was a very good goal in terms of not just the finish, just right place, right time, good anticipating what is happening within the context of the game. But that goal is married with defending, positioning, marking your man, and being solid in the left back position, understanding your defensive qualities. You can't hire a left back who all he does is score you one goal once every 10, 15 games and then does nothing defensively. I can accept that with Marcelo because Marcelo is outstanding offensively. That's not this Alonso. So when Alonso looks at this game, what are you complaining about? What are you sulking for? What is there to discuss? What is there to debate? Alonso should sit down in flipping class A where he's been chilling out, sit down in Siberian residency where it's freezing cold, have some polar bears up your rectum, and he should be being given a VHS. Don't even give him DVD, don't even give him streaming. Give him a VHS tape. Sit down and watch how you play the left back position. Because once he watches, he'll be like, you know what, HH, you're right. I am a brick. I'll shut my mouth. But look, man, this is pretty much the lineup that Chelsea should have played from the get-go. From the get-go. And this is a lineup that builds chemistry because you see, first half, they were like, okay, filling each other out. Second half, you saw a better understanding. So, moving forth, this should be the team. Zouma as well. The goal was just the icing on the cake. This goal just the icing on the cake. It's obvious. Christensen shouldn't sniff this pitch. The defensive partnership is Thiago Silva and Zouma. And I don't know what people see. I don't know what they may be smoking. Your boy Kurt, the boy Kurt is the best, is arguably the best defender at Chelsea, either him or Azpilicueta. He's a quality defender. He's always been a quality defender. And I never understand people that say, oh, because my thing is that he makes mistakes. Christensen makes mistakes. But Zouma does more good than your boy Christensen. So why, for what reason Should Christensen be given any passes as opposed to Zouma when Christensen is clearly he makes small mistakes and he's just not he's just not as good as a defender as Zouma is. So again, that's capped off. But I just think that this is it. With what the injuries, why wasn't this lineup played from the beginning? Because Hudson-Odoi was always available. Because the thing with Hudson-Odoi is like, yes, he'll make mistakes. But you iron out those mistakes by playing game after game after game, and then you gain confidence from game to game to game. Look how Havertz started, was like boom. But once you play more games, you gain more confidence, especially if your manager believes in you. But if, let's say, you play one game, it's a bit iffy, and the manager then removes you, it makes your confidence plummet. So this is the reality of the matter here. The reality of the matter here is, how does Mount fit? Think about this. This is with no Pulisic and Ziyech. The second half, first half was dodgy. So the first half was not very good. I mean, Palace made it very hard for Chelsea in that first half because I think they marked Werner very well, they marked Chilwell very well, and their defensive shape was money. So Chelsea couldn't say what's up. But the best Chelsea have played this season was that second half. That is the most cohesive they've looked. That is most together they've looked, and that is the best they've looked as a unit was that second half. So if Mount can't fit into this team with no Ziyech and Pulisic, how the hell should he fit into this team? Because so for me, this was never by hate on Mount. It was never bully Mount. Mount is a very good squad player. He's a good player to bring off the bench. And I was arguing with a clown on Twitter who said, "Oh, but with all the injuries, Chelsea was no. Once Cho was available, the lineup picks itself. This is the lineup." Well, I would rather roll with a Kovacic and a Kansé midfield too. But this is the lineup. This is the lineup. Werner wide left, Havertz number 10, your boy Cho on the right. You have Tammy or Giroud as a striker, and the four picks itself: Zouma, homeboy, Thiago Silva, and boom. So, but Mount doesn't fit into this team. So we were never hating on Mount. We were never bullying Mount. We were just calling it as is that Mount is good. He is a really good player. He's just not good enough to start for the team. Okay? So it's not calling him crap or garbage. Is from the players that are available, from the positions that are available, he's just not clearly made up for this team. Because again, what Cho gives you is he knows how to play as a wide man. Because if you're an attacking team and a wide man, you need to have guys who can get the ball and cross. And the thing about it is, which is what we were saying there, is that, as well, I was saying to the guys on Twitch, Werner can't play wide left in these games. He can't play wide left in these games. He has, because again, you have to understand the opposition you're playing. Against the Liverpool or a Man City who will want to take the game to you based on the quality they have and will give you space, Werner cannot play wide left because he'll have space to run. Because if Werner doesn't have the 1v1 dribbling qualities that a Pulisic or a Ziyech has. So again, in this team where it's a deep block, you've got to put Werner in as a striker, and you're now going to play a wide man. But obviously with the injuries and everything, boom. But my thing, which is why I said that when it was 0-0, this you bring up Pulisic, put him left, you put your boy Werner as a striker, because Pulisic is better in 1v1 situations, specifically with cutting in on the inside. Werner just doesn't have that kind of skill set in his repertoire. So I said again, look, still things to iron out. You know, Tammy was pretty good. He probably should have scored. Well, it was a difficult one. The one where your boy Hudson-Odoi had the ball on the wing, popped it through, headed it in, but he could have scored. But fair enough, he didn't score that, because you see, this is a game in which Giroud may have been more useful, because deep block and so forth, you need a stationary force like a Giroud to play off of. And I think if you had that stationary force to play off of like a Giroud, then you would have been able to say what's up. But things are promising. Things are looking good so far. So my thing is, look, It's not there yet, but this is my plea to Lampard. And unless he's psychotic, he won't do it. See, now this is the danger. This is the danger. Hudson-Odoi. Will Hudson-Odoi still... Because if I'm Hudson-Odoi, I need assurances. Because the truth is that if I'm Hudson-Odoi, I would probably still take that ban move because I cannot have faith that Lampard is going to keep with me. Because as I said again, you've now seen that it is a bad idea to let Hudson-Odoi go. Because if Hudson-Odoi wasn't in this game and you now had Mount playing out wide, you've got problems. You've got issues. Because Mount is not going to offer anything out wide. He'll be cool. He's cool as a number 8, but out wide, he ain't going to do much. He ain't going to do much for you. So my thing about it is that Chelsea, because I think Hudson-Odoi is leaving to bad. Chelsea would be mad to sell him. My thing is that if you're going to keep him, you have to use him. You simply have to use the dude, man. But look, man, it is a time to celebrate because, guys, this is the end of Alonso. So for Alonso, you're gonna find yourself in a new club because you're finished. You're done. Your career at Chelsea is finished. For too long, you have stolen a profession. For too long, you have lied your way through having a professional career as a so-called left back. It happened through with Conte and everything with Sarri, but right now you've been found out. I think Chilwell ain't great. He isn't outstanding. He's amazing. He's just a left back. And most importantly, he is considerably better than that Class A brick known as Alonso. So it is just so good to have a guy who, oh my gosh, this guy knows how to defend. This guy understands the discipline of being a left back. And he can cross the ball over because it was his cross. Even if it wasn't the most amazing cross, but it was a good enough cross, he still provided the assist for that superb header. Because that's Zouma. See, now that was an amazing goal. That goal that Zouma scored, that was a truly, truly amazing goal. Because look at his hang time. His hang time in the air was absolutely outstanding, man. So, look, man, still work to be done. But just to be clear here, it is very important. It is very important that Chelsea maintain a lineup and build chemistry. You don't need to keep changing the lineup. You don't need to keep changing the lineup. I'm begging you, you do not need to keep changing the lineup. It works. This operates. Build chemistry. You cannot build chemistry. You cannot have a personality of a team if they don't play together. Because look at that. First half, it looked like a bunch of strangers. Nothing was happening. Second half, they grew into the game, they understood it, so boom. So create this understanding, cultivate this understanding, and this understanding will only be created. It can only be gotten if these guys play together. Let's just see what some of you guys are saying, and we can build upon that, man. From your boy Dungo Kamau, who knew? All you have to do is play the right players in the right positions. It's sometimes the simplest things to do are the right things to do. See, for Lampard, don't complicate it for yourself. Okay, you're just beginning in management. You're still somewhat of a rookie, which you are. It's not like it's just about you're a rookie. Like compared to Pep, Klopp, Mourinho, you're a rookie. This is like what's your third or fourth year in management when guys have had like 10, 15 years. So when it's in your early days, don't complicate things. You don't need to complicate things. Have a set lineup and play players in their best positions. You don't need to experiment. Okay, you don't have to experiment. And even if with the injuries don't have experiments, as I said again, there was no reason to not play Havertz in number 10. And I look at what Havertz brings to the team. This guy is a pass specialist. Has got great control, but he's got a great brain. He's got a great footballing brain, great understanding of this is when I need to control the ball. This is when I need to release the ball. This is the right pass to make. And decision making is vital in teams like this, man. So yeah, just play guys in their right positions. It's not that hard. From your boy Robel, I love you, man. Been watching you for many years now. Keep up the good work. I hope we, Chelsea, create a strong team this season and challenge Liverpool. Bro, Ziyech. Ziyech. That's what we're waiting for. Ziyech is what we're waiting for. Once Ziyech comes, then we can talk. Because look, that's my man. That's my dude. And Pulisic just came in, to do a little cameo. But what we're waiting for is that dude. What we're waiting for is that dude, man. Hey, shout out to Football Dogger, man. Yep. But I know that's Javen, man. I know that's Javen. HH, thoughts on Partey to Chelsea? Partey to Chelsea. See, Chelsea already have Kante. You see, do Chelsea need a player like Thomas Partey? Because the midfield isn't Chelsea's issue. So for me, I think, if anything, I would put in a bid for Cavani. I think if Chelsea have just a goal scorer, a guy who just knows how to get goals, and for Napoli, Uruguay, and PSG, Cavani has just gotten goals. I think Cavani would be a nice, smart buy. Cavani and the guy's available. He doesn't have a club right now. I think Cavani would make more sense than getting a Partey, because I just think Kovacic, Jorginho, Kante, the midfield dudes are there. Timo is a number 9. End of. It depends on the team that's being played. A guy that's fast and that's quick is deadly against a team that gives you space. This was just the wrong position for him against this kind of team playing these kinds of tactics. Simple as that. Because you have to understand the characteristics of the player and the opposition you're playing. If Timo Werner is quick and direct, he's not a dribbler, and he does not play as an inside forward. So your inside forwards are your guys who can get into a 1v1 situation and good in 1v1 situations, like a Cho, like a Pulisic. These are guys who you can play against a defensive team to try and beat your man and then get a cross into the box, or beat a man and try and get into the box. So Werner can't do that against a deep block or a defensive team. But against a team like Liverpool, like Man City, like Barcelona, or PSG, they will come to attack you. They will give you space. Werner is deadly to play out there on the left. So it just depends on the team you're playing and the tactics that are being given there, man. So, all right, cool. So what else did I say, man? Chelsea's midfield doesn't have a shooter. Partey's shots are scary. But the thing is that how many goals has Partey really scored from that position, though? That's the thing. For me, look, Partey is a good player. Is that what Chelsea need? Because if you're just saying, okay, like a shooter, that's not a good enough reason to get a Partey, because you can get goals from Ziyech, you can get goals from Werner, from Havertz, from Pulisic, and I said again, bring in a Cavani. Cavani might be a smart move. Cavani might be a smart move. Bro, I do believe that a decision has to be made between Tammy and Giroud. You've got to let one of those go. For me, you bring in Cavani and you have to let either Tammy go out on loan or sell Giroud. And that's a tough decision to make. Because Tammy, I think, is forming a good even if he didn't score, he's forming a good understanding with these guys. So I may be tempted to say, you know what, sell Giroud, and then you now have Cavani and Homeboy and Tammy as the two dudes, you know. But for me, I just think that Cavani's goal scoring is underrated. And I think Cavani has proven that he can get 20 to 25 goals this season, and he's proven to be a high-volume goal scorer. Neither Tammy or Giroud have proven to be high-volume goal scorers. Simple as that. You know, and that is something you can't teach. to just have that anticipation to get G's, man. So, and I see, it's one of those things. We're saying that, oh, Cavani, his injuries is unreliable. It's, you know, so you're saying that Cavani, based on what he's done, you're saying that that's not worth the risk. Do you still have faith that Tammy and Thing can get goals? Because what you want is goals from every single avenue. So if you can get Cavani and hopefully the gamble pays off and he can be fit and you get like 15, 20 goals from him, you get another 15 here. Bro, that's something, man. Rank Zouma in the Prem. Zouma in the Premiership. Bro, man, as far as centre-backs go, like, I think all three, I would put Zouma above Gomez. I mean, Van Dijk and Matip, I think, are probably, for me, it have to be Van Dijk, Laporte, Matip, and then I'll probably put in Zouma. So Zuma is probably 4th or 5th. So, I'll probably put Zouma 4th or 5th. Because I think Gomez has just sort of tailed off a bit, man. I think Zouma has just tailed off a bit slightly, man. No, he can't. Like Lampard can't. Like, he can't. unless he's mad, he can't. They've just delivered the best performance of the season. There is literally no reason to put Mount there. No, there's no reason to put Mount there. You know, and also, and the key thing about this is that you can't play Mount as a number 8 because my thing is that where does Mount fit in? Because Kovacic, unless you just want to force him in, because both Kovacic, Kanse, and Jorginho, they fight for that midfield position. You have to have Havertz as number 10. So my thing about it is that the 4-3-3 doesn't make sense. Because the 4-2-3-1 is better because that allows Havertz to play the number 10 position, which, as we've seen, he plays very well. He plays that position very well. So there is simply no... Mount can come off the bench, but Lampard, unless he just wants to be stubborn, he has clearly seen there is no space for your boy. There is simply no space for your boy. I say you want Cavani as a starter or a backup. Both, depending on the opposition. Because people are sleeping on what your boy Cavani can do. How old does this dude right now? 33 years. People are sleeping on what your boy Cavani can do. Because Cavani knows how to say what's up. Cavani knows how to say what's up. You know, you cannot sleep on that boy Cavani. So it just depends. It just depends, man. It just depends. But yeah, look, the formation is 4-2-3-1. Like, and the thing about it is that I still say Kovacic and thingy, but Havertz has to play number 10 because if you do 4-3-3, that means you're putting Havertz deep into the midfield, which doesn't make him as effective because you want him to be higher up the pitch because what you want him to do is you're a number 10, but also we want you making runs into the box, saying what's up because we know that this guy can pass, he can create, he can also score as well. So he's a multi-talented dude, man. He's a multi-talented dude. I dare him. He wouldn't dare. Relax. He wouldn't dare, man. He wouldn't. No. I mean, like, he wouldn't dare. Hey, chill. Lams is just resting Mounts for the big games against Sevilla and United. He wouldn't dare. Like, he wouldn't dare play him against Sevilla. He wouldn't dare. Like, I literally triple dare him to play him against Sevilla because that's a big game. That is a big game, and that already is a must-win game because that game is the first game of the group. It's at the bridge. They have to say what's up. Man. Look, people were saying that Thiago Silva, he's too old. Why are you buying an overage dude? And you see, whenever people say these things, like, they don't really understand how football works. If Thiago Silva was a striker or a right winger, then I'm like, why are you buying like a 35-year-old striker? I think Maldini or Costa Curta played to like 37 or 38. Central defense isn't predicated on speed. It's this. For me, centre back is probably one of the most psychological positions in football because it's all about the reading of the game. It's all about the understanding of the game. It's all about anticipating things, knowing when things are going to happen. That's what it's always about. So, like Thiago Silva, I need to see that. I say no, that's a good signing. Because I don't even know why PSG let him go because he was still one of PSG's best players. So I don't know, maybe PSG are not doing Kimpembe and Marquinhos. But yeah, Thiago Silva, man, it's the experience and the composure and the understanding of playing that position. And I think that is the perfect complement for Zouma, which is why I said don't mess with it. Even if they make a mistake, hold faith. They make a mistake, hold faith. Let them grow. And then Silva and Zouma, because what you want is Silva and Zouma, they play so many games together, the communication will improve. I think we improve like that back four. That is the back. I mean, really, that is the back four. As much as I love Reece James and everything, now it may depend on what game you play. Like, let's say it's a game in which I really want us to be more attacking, fair enough. But really, that back four is thing because Azpilicueta is a very good defender, and he's a decent crosser. Chilwell, boom, decent at left back. Zouma and Thiago Silva. Maintain that back four, they will grow. Look at Liverpool. Those guys, I think they've been like at least a year or over a year or like at least 2 or 3 years now. Van Dijk, Gomez, Robertson, Trent. They know each other. And that is key. Look, Mendy, so far, so good. You know, doesn't rush things, makes the right decision. And just the thing about it is that I think this is even what your boy Danny T was saying. You can just see the kind of calmness that he has. You just see the kind of calmness that this guy has where he's like, you know what? Calm. Just fully calm, relaxed. So it's just all about in the next games. Let's just see those next games and just see what it does. But at the moment, it's all good, man. It's all good. No, see, this is my fear, which is why if you're Hudson-Odoi, do you still push for that Bayern move? Because this is what will happen. Because I think the transfer window closes on Monday, I believe. And Hudson-Odoi may be like, all right, let me stay, man. You know, like he started me. And then once that transfer window closes, he'll move him back to the bench. So if I was advising Hudson-Odoi, you have to push for that move to Bayern. Because there is still no evidence that Lampard has faith in him. Because if a team and a manager is going out of their way to try to buy you, and this is this club's second attempt to buy you, that means they actually want you. But Lampard has not shown any desire that he wants you. And he may just be playing you here because he just wants to keep you as a squad backup. Not as a starter, but just as a backup. So that's my thing, man. All right. But I think it is hard to give any assessments on Mendy yet because I just think we need to see more games. Will he make a mistake? How many mistakes will he make? So, because he will be judged by the Sevilla game, when they play United, when they play Man City, against better strikers, a better attack. Because how many shots did he have to face? So when he now has to basically that Sevilla game, boom! Now that is where he will be tested because Sevilla will have several shots on target, and he will have to do a lot more decision making and everything as a keeper. So then is when he will know. But guys, man, Alonso is done. For me, I think that if I was Alonso, I would just you should be actively looking for a new contract. Sorry, what am I saying? You should be actively looking for a new club now. You should be actively looking, say, look, please, 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 anybody out there, find me a new club because I am done. I'm finished. Like, there is no space for you here, especially with what Chilwell has done. Because right now, the pecking order is Chilwell, Emerson, the cleaning lady, the painter, the toilet cleaner, the cook, the security officer, and then Alonso. That's the pecking order of left back so far. So can Chelsea challenge, put Pulisic and Ziyech into that team and go on a run? The players are there. It's down to Lampard. The manager is very key. It's down to the tactics, the formation, and how the team plays, and the various adjustments. So the talent is there. The talent is 100% there, but will Lampard maintain the same team? Will he maintain the same lineup? Will he continue to play players in their best positions? Will he be able to make the right substitutions? So this isn't just down to the players. The players have to, because you're playing, so you have to do something. But a lot of this is also down to what Lampard does as a manager. So what Lampard does as a manager is going to be very, very key. It's going to be very, very key. So that's my thing, man. All right, what do you guys say, man? So every Chelsea player will get the opportunity this season. There are so many games to be played. Yeah, no, but there are so many games to be played. Everybody will have their chance, but you should still have your set lineup. You have a squad because your first 11 cannot play 40 games, 50 games a season. That's impossible. But your first team should play at the very least 30 games together. 25 to 30 games together. That is what you should be aiming for your first team. And every team has to have, if everybody's fit, this is my first team. These are my best 11. And this is how we will grow and build a rapport. Because you can only build a rapport once you have that set 11 and that set team to say, what's up, man? If Chilwell wasn't your man of the match, who is? So say if he wasn't. That's a good one. I might say Havertz. I think that you can see that he's becoming, not yet, but he's becoming the glue to the team in terms of the positions he picks up, the decision making he makes, his passing, the kinds of passes he makes. He always makes the right kinds of passes, the right weighting of pass, and just finding that space. What just needs to happen is just better runs from people. Like, he should have had an assist in the first half. Like, on that counter, the way he carried the ball, I think, the way he carried the ball, moved the ball forward, kept it balanced, shielded the ball well, and it was a perfect pass for Werner. Werner just did not execute the shot well, so he should have had an assist in the game. So you can just see, basically, like you can see what qualities this guy has, which is why you have to play him in that number 10 position. You have to play him in that number 10 position. So the issue now is do you stick with Tammy or do you roll with Giroud? Because Tammy may have a better understanding with your boy Havertz, but the French tree trunk known as the guy knows how to G up. The guy knows how to get those G's. So you have to, give him that dub, man. Would Partey be a good partner for Kante in a pivot, or will it be too defensive? Would you sell Jorginho if it means we get Partey? Kante and Thingy too defensive. what you want in a midfield is that's what you always want to have roles. Basically, the perfect midfield for today is what Real Madrid have in Casemiro, Kroos, and Modric. So Casemiro, he's like the DM or the deep line playmaker because he's a very good passer of the ball. Then you have Toni Kroos, who is much more of the CM, and he just maintains the position in that midfield, and he's about ball retention, possession, and distributing of the pass, keeping Real Madrid in control of the game. And then Modric is the guy who breaks from midfield and is the attack, who basically connects the midfield and the attack and carries the ball forward. So they all have a very distinct role. Partey and Kante do the same thing and have the same kind of role because they're very similar in what they could do in the midfield. So, which is why I just think that Kante and the Kante Kovacic thing, I just think works well because Kante, defensive cover, helps the defense, intercepts, can occasionally move the ball forward. Kovacic, possession, keeping hold of the ball, possession, distributing of the pass, and helping the team in transition. So, that's my thing. You see, I think, look, man, Werner. I think I'm just saying. I'm seeing a few Werner things. Timo Werner, it wasn't his best game. I'll give you that. Timo Werner, it wasn't his best game. It wasn't his best game. It is what it is. I'm not gonna mince words, but this was just one where, like, look, I think even if you would have moved him as striker, I think he'd have still have struggled in this game. And I think, it's acclimatizing to the Premier League. It's acclimatizing to the Premier League, and I just think that the dude needs to grow. Because remember, first 2 games, he was arguably Chelsea's best player. Like against Brighton and against Liverpool, he was the most dangerous player. But those were games in which he had space. Because Brighton had more possession. Liverpool had more possession and they were taking the game to Chelsea. So that's the thing, man. So again, it's about different oppositions, different lineups, and so forth, man. All right, what did I say? Chelsea need goals from midfield. Jorginho and Kovacic and Kante seem a bit redundant. You can have enough goals from Pulisic, Ziyech, Werner, Giroud, Havertz. Those are goals there. Those are enough goals to have within your team. You don't need a midfielder to help to provide goals. And I think Kante Kovacic, they may score 2-3 goals for the season, and that's fine. Because you want the 15, the 20, the 25 from that front four. Because for that front four, your job is to get those goals. It shouldn't be reliant on the central midfielders because that's not their job. Their job is tackling, defense, ball retention, transitioning into the attack. So everybody has the role, everybody has their position. The midfield is not an issue. The midfielder is not an issue. I just think the team just needs to cultivate a personality and a character. And that personality and a character can only be cultivated by keeping the same team. I don't want to see Mount on this pitch. Okay? I don't want to see Mount on this pitch. Please, please, please. I don't want to see Mount. He's a nice kid, lovely, good English kid. I don't want to see Mount on this pitch, man. Shout out to Football Hot member, Mr. Funny French. Lampard has fooled you guys into thinking that midfielders need to be goal scorers. Yep. Lampard was an anomaly. Like what he did was freakish because midfield, again for me, that was my position. My position always when I was playing was central midfield. And I knew that I would pop off with a goal here and there and everything like a 40-yarder or a 30-yarder. But I knew that my main function was keep possession of the ball, through balls, creativity, connect the midfield to the attack. If I get the ball, I see the winger, boom, let me hit that 70-yarder, let me hit that 40-yarder, let me put the guy into space. That is my main function. And obviously, tackle, win balls. So the central midfield thing is different. But Lampard, he was like, oh, This is what a midfield can do. But primarily, you shouldn't be getting a midfielder just because he can get goals. Nah. You cannot be getting that, man. That's not how you roll, man. Cho to Bayern. I think the deal is going to fall through. I don't think, because they said that it's in its decisive phase and sort of, but maybe see the issue I have, and I think what may happen is that the deal will fall through. It won't happen, and then Hudson-Odoi will be back on the bench. So that's my thing. I keep telling you people, I played keeper once or twice. My position that I played was central midfield. Central midfield was the main position I played, and that was it. Keeper and right back was like in 1 or 2 games. But for seasons for my school, when I was young and so forth, was always central midfield, man. Was always central midfield, man. Look, I was alright, man. I was white. Tammy and Mount overrated by Lampard. No, look, you see, my thing is that, Lampard, you have to. You see, there is such a thing as being loyal to a fault. That's the thing. There's such a thing as being loyal to a fault. And I just think that all because these guys performed for you at, what was it, Derby Counter or anything, doesn't mean that you should then overrate these dudes. That's my thing, and you don't have a duty to be loyal to them because they helped you back in the Derby County days. Whenever you're making a team, it's meritocracy. Guys, we're still waiting for Ziyech. We're still waiting for the Ziyech. This is not yet because I am praying and I'm hoping by the time Sevilla come to the bridge, Ziyech is rolling through. Because Ziyech, that is the CL secret weapon. Ziyech is the CL secret weapon. Liverpool, I hope you're watching. Okay, Liverpool, I hope you're watching. I hope you're watching, man. I hope you're there. I hope you're watching, man. So yes, so he didn't play for Derby. So obviously, but Mount did though. Mount was Mount and Somori. They're from his Derby County team. No, Erhan Burg, he still. They said he was back in training, but wasn't fit enough to make the bench. And yeah, it's been crap because that is the player who I've been most excited to watch. It's the player that I'm most excited to see because Ziyech was money. That guy was cash money for Ajax, man. And the kinds of things that he was doing for Ajax, if he brings that stuff to Chelsea, money bags. Look, City are beating Leeds, man. Let's relax here. City are beating Leeds. I dare City to lose back-to-back games. man. Look, guys, I was a baller, man. Don't hate. I was a baller in my CM days, man. I was a through ball specialist. Ask a friend, man. I was a through ball specialist, man. Werner is the weapon. Ziyech is the ammunition. Ziyech can be the ammunition and the weapon as well because Ziyech can score, he can provide, he can dribble. And my thing about it is that, once Ziyech comes, you want Chelsea to be a very dynamic team with guys who are lots of interchanging. I think that is what's going to be very key for Chelsea. If they build a team that's interchanges, man. So that's always the key thing, man. So I cannot wait, man. But look, man. As I said again, man, Alonso is done, man. Finally, Alonso is done. I am so happy that this dude is out of there, man. I'm so happy that this dude is out of there. For so long, this guy was making people cry, was breaking it up, and was lying to people that he was a professional football player. So with Chilwell coming through, I think the best thing for Marcos Jeremiah Alonso to do, leave, man, because your career is done. Your career at Chelsea is done. It is totally finished, man. Should Chelsea try a striker partnership with Werner and Giroud? It could work. That could work, and I think someone even suggested that whether you want to try like a 4-4-2 or something like that. But my thing about it is that could something that you can make it maybe experiment in like an FA Cup game against like a Totteridge and Whetstone FC or something. But you have to keep a firm formation. And the thing about that though is, if you now do that, you now potentially lose a number 10. Because if you're not playing two strikers, it has to be 4-4-2. You have to roll with a 4-4-2. And I think it is very important that there is a number 10 in this team. And it's important that the Verts is in the number 10 position. So give me and leave me with the 4-2-3-1. Give me and leave me with the 4-3-3-1. That's what I want, man. Guys, Barkley is not a Nigerian, man. Please, so relax, man. Oh, this can't be true. It was Kepa's birthday? What? Now, that is disrespectful. That is disrespectful. Also, it's your boy's day of birth tomorrow, man. It's your boy's day of birth tomorrow. October gangs, say what up, man. How many people's birthdays are in October here, man? October gang, say what's up. October gang, say what's up. Look, I said again, that's the first clean sheet of the season for Chelsea. Mendy keeping it tight at the back, man. Keeping it tight at the back. Okay, so but that is harsh, man. That is harsh. Oh jeez, what the heck is this? Catherine Fern. There we go, beautiful. We don't need to hear that. Calvert-Lewin. Look, man, relax, man. Relax. Why are people claiming that Barkley is Nigerian? He's not Nigerian. He's not. He's an Englishman. Okay? He's an Englishman. Okay? He's an Englishman. Hey, October gang, what up? What up? What up? Where are my October peeps at? Where are my October peeps at? Say what up. Where are my October peeps at? Where are my October peeps at? Say what up. Say what up to all my October peeps, man. Say what up to all my October peeps, man. It's all about October, man. Oh, Everton have scored a... Man! So Calvert-Lewin is basically Messi. So it's basically Lionel Calvert-Lewin or Cristiano Lewin. Look, but guys, look, Everton are not going to win the league this season, man. Relax. They're not going to win the league this season. I'm saying right now, I'm saying 3-2 Man City. Or even 3-1. Now, you know what? I'll say 3-1. 3-1 Man City. 3-1 Man City, man. 3-1 Man City. I'm seeing some September gang, November gang. Nah, it's all about October, man. It's all about only the best peeps say what up in October. Only the best peeps say what's up in October. So, guys, what are we saying here? Chelsea. Let me ask the live chat this. Where do Chelsea finish this season? Honestly speaking, with the signings being made, your boy Frank Lampard saying what's up, Mason Pele Mount in the team. What position are we saying for Chelsea to finish this season, man? Give me your thoughts, man. Give me your thoughts. Where do they finish the season? Where do they finish this season, man? Because I don't want to even give out a position yet. So I'm saying fourth fourth, second, third, second, third. All right. Mr. Cruel, you do realize that if Chelsea finish ninth, Lampard's career as a manager, forget as the Chelsea manager, Lampard's career as a manager is finished. So, yeah, I don't really know what you were thinking there. Second. So so those who say second, you're now saying that City to finish third or fourth? Because I'm still saying that, you know what, it's still going to be City, Liverpool, maybe to battle out this title. Yet again, man. You know, or maybe City drop off. But as I said again, I'm basically, you can call me like the Pep Hounder. I am going to be on Pep constantly. I'm going to be on Pep constantly to say what up Pep, because trust me, you told me you destroyed football. You told me you destroyed football. So let's see how well you truly destroyed football, man. But I think you know what, this is the right one. I'll just be funny. It's very early to tell. I think you can only really give a truthful prediction once we now say what's up to December. Once we say what's up to December and what's up to January, then we can now be more closer in like, aha, this is how it is. This is how it is, man. This is how it is. How about Havertz as false nine? No. That was tried against Liverpool, failed miserably. No. This is the ruling that I always say about the false nine. Unless your name is Aspina, especially Aspina from 2012, or you're Barcelona with Messi, you don't have the right to play a false nine. Those are the only teams that have the right to play a false nine. Is Aspina and a team with Messi. Because Messi can easily play a false nine because Messi is a freak of nature. And Spain, based on just how good they are at passing, they can play a false nine. Chelsea should not be playing a false nine. You don't have the players to. It is a highly complex, highly technical formation and setup. So that's my thing. HH, how good will Cho be under Flick? If he works hard, listens to instructions, I think there is a chance that he could be pretty good. Now, he could end up like Coleman, because Coleman has been abandoned for a few seasons. So it's touch and go. But my thing about it is that, why do they want him? Why have they identified? So there must be a reason why they've said, this is our guy. This is what we wanted to do, because they obviously see a guy who has the raw materials to develop into a truly exceptional player. So that is why I think that he could be quite an effective player for Bayern Munich, because again, in Bayern Munich, man, it's one of the best run organizations out there. And if I'm Hudson-Odoi and I don't have the faith of Lampard, I would be willing to take the dip into Bayern. Remember, also, it's Bayern Munich. Okay, this is one of the biggest clubs in the world in history. So, what is, man? This Chelsea isn't good enough for the UCL. That's a bit harsh. That's a bit harsh. Why do you say that? Why do you think that? Why do you feel that? Okay, judge us after the CL group stage, because Chelsea, every season that Chelsea are in the CL, they're not going there to compete or to be part of it. They're going in there to try and win that. They're going in to try and win that CL every single time. So please, Wesley, have some respect for CFC, man. Have some respect for CFC. People do stupid things. Wouldn't be the first time. Look, it's could be a stupid move for him. It could be a bad move for him to go, but as the saying goes, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Okay, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So Are there any evening games this evening? Or is it just this Man City game? I suppose all the games are tomorrow. La Liga, Valencia. Yeah, all the games are tomorrow, really. You know. So what's this? Does Pulisic make the starting 11 after the return? He has to. Based on how well he played after the restart, he has to. He has to. Like, he is still one of Chelsea's best attacking players, for sure. And I said again, if everybody is fit, if everyone is fit, you're looking at Werner striker, Pulisic left, Havertz number 10, Ziyech on the right. That should be the four starters. Now, if you're playing Werner on the left, then that gets tricky. So you have Werner left, Havertz number 10, either Ziyech or Pulisic on the right, and then Giroud or Tammy as a striker. So, you can definitely chop and change. But the thing, though, is that Lampard shouldn't fall into the trap of like, oh my gosh, we've got all these players. We've got all these players back. And once he has all these players back, he just says, oh, let me just do 4-3-3, 4-3-1, 4-3, 4-1-2-2. It's like, no. Keep the same team. Maintain the same team, maintain the same team. Even when everybody's back, even if, because what I was fearing was Lampard said that, oh, guys can play multiple positions. I don't give 3 forwards if they can play multiple positions. Have your set formation and lineup so this team creates a relationship. So yes, man, I've played with this guy for 12 games. I know what he's going to do before he even does it. I know the run he's going to make before he even makes that run. And that is what you need. Synergy. Yes, everybody, like, the truth, I've hardly watched it. Like, it's a complete mismatch. Total mismatch. I mean, the NBA Finals, it's done. LeBron is sleepwalking to his 4th ring. And I was watching the Warriors Cavaliers finals again. That thing was intense, man. That thing was intense. Oh no, he's staying. I know Hudson-Odoi is. But my thing about it is that it may be a bad move for Hudson-Odoi to stay. Because if I was advising Hudson-Odoi, I'd say go with a team that wants you. Don't stay with a team that haven't shown the desire to want you. Simple as that. Thoughts on Carlos Vinicius to Tottenham? I haven't seen much of him. But if you're telling me that there's a Brazilian and he's a striker, that is something to be excited about. And I can already tell he's got better movement than a Harry Kane. So he's just going to give Tottenham something different. And I think that is what Tottenham need. They need options and something different in attack. So yeah, I am looking forward to seeing what he can do. I'm looking forward to, because I think what Tottenham need is a different approach, a vastly different approach in attack. And I think that under Pochettino, they were growing a little bit stale. They were growing a little bit stale under Pochettino, and they were getting a bit too obvious and too predictable. Hence why it was interesting seeing how Tottenham were without Kane in the lineup. So, that's how we're rolling, man. No more of Werner on the left. After one game, you see now, this is the very definition of reactionary. It is the very definition of, basically, it's the very definition of reactionary. Is Werner was arguably Chelsea's best player in the first 2 games of the season. Where was he playing? Wide left. This is one game where he's not looked good on the left, and now like, no, never on the left. No. I don't know how many times I've got to repeat this. It's dependent on the opposition that Chelsea are facing. Simple as that. It's all dependent on the opposition that Chelsea are facing. Some opposition, homeboy works best on the left. Other opposition, it doesn't work so good on the left, So it's all dependent, man. So guys, peace out. Stay true. Your boys out of here, man. Have love. Stay real. Stay cool. Stay sexy. Stay as sweet as three piranhas. And remember to subscribe to the Football Hotline. Hit the like button. Hit the sub button. Subscribe to the Football Hot and stay tuned for more footballing goodness. Peace out. Stay true and stay real, man.